Presence of a Mercedes G-Class in this state certainly draws attention, and seeing the aftermath of the accident here really sparks the imagination. One wonders about the moment this beast was broken. These brothers, Simon and Billy, are pioneers of car repair on YouTube from America, and it truly feels like they operate in another realm. In this video, we will witness the rebuilding of a German marvel, a 2022 Mercedes G-Class G63. But before we delve in, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's begin. They received the car from inside a transport truck, noticeably leaning to the right. They carefully pull it out from the side and position it on a wooden support that elevates the wheel area. They attempt to charge the battery and start the engine, but the damaged engine oil cooler is leaking onto the ground. They continue pulling with a chain even after the engine remains off. It's clear the car is damaged, yet it still exudes a certain prestige. The second side of the car is used to slow down the pulling process with a forklift over a short distance, and the square traction wheels eventually come into view underneath. He skillfully maneuvers the car and positions it at a clear photographic angle. Let's take a walk around the vehicle. The major damage is concentrated on the right side. The accident completely shattered the suspension. The brake oil line is missing, and the outer tire valve is closed. The fender has clearly detached from the front. The front bumper has also been torn off its mounting points. From the other side, the bumper is completely destroyed, and the bumper's iron bar is broken, as is the fender. The component involved in the lighting assembly is absent near the oil cooler. The wide fender flare is broken and utterly destroyed. The entire fender assembly is barely held together. The edges of the fenders are missing on all the wheels. They are often removed in the storage yard. The valve on the driver's door is broken, and there's a hole in the metal in front of it. The cost of an entirely new door, and the mirror of course, is significant. The sight of the tilted car immediately tells you they have a monumental task ahead of them. It's quite a mess. The spare wheel is made of 2 pieces of iron, and its weight on the tire side is 80 kilograms. At the rear of the roof, there's a crack. The rear fender is slightly damaged. The car's entry pedal on the other side is broken, and the front bumper is completely shattered. However, one crucial point is that the engine is healthy and functioning, as is the axle. The roof presents a new challenge with this car, especially the severe impact from above. At the corner of the ceiling, the force of the impact has made the underlying metal partially visible. This signifies that the pillar has definitely shifted from its original position, likely affecting the alignment of the other ceiling pillars. The entire body is dented in all 4 directions, including the ceiling. This suggests the car has likely rolled over at least once. Finally, with a little more effort, the car will be properly positioned. It will be washed. The car looks good from all sides, and the engine bay also shines. The color here is Nardo Gray, very distinctive. In fact, the car has only traveled 5,000 kilometers. And from under the cover you can see the turbos that have overcome the insulation. The traction wheels will be reinstalled, and I will push the car inside the workshop, but the height of the slope is not suitable. The cork at the driveway will then activate the hydraulics of the moving scissors lift and raise the car using the cork lifting system. This will be quite special, operated by an assistant using hydraulic fluid pressure. This same design system is of course used to lift vehicles in showrooms and dealerships. The vehicle will be pushed with a forklift and positioned in place of the wheel with a piece of wood. Thus, the vehicle will be placed on the frame straightening machine, and the work will commence. They immediately ordered all the suspension parts and an inch oil cooler online. However, when they visited the dealership to inspect the exterior body panels they needed, the official prices for this model were exorbitant. They opted to buy all the parts used, acquiring the entire set from one person, and fortunately, it will be in the same shade of gray. They will attempt to install the front bumper. Also, the person behind it will remove the circular cover from underneath. It has a pressure-activated lock. After opening it, a specific tool is required. He disassembles this circular ring as if it were a giant buckle, then removes the iron cover with the star emblem on it. The new, undamaged part, behind the plastic circular cover, will have its lock secured from underneath. He will then retrieve the external crash bar and position it in its assembly order. Next they receive the 4 wide fender flares, the bumper with the iron bar, and also the left fender. The total cost for all these parts was $7,000. The rear bumper was not an issue, but it was part of the complete deal. With the parts assembled, he will begin cleaning the interior, starting with the broken door. The large piece will be removed first. He will remove the wiper bolt, detaching them from their place. He will clean the surface of the dashboard and use adhesive tape to secure the entire sash. He will lift the broken panel, continuing along the edges, and then pull out the entire adhesive line. This process will be very delicate. He will notice traces of cuts on the leather. He will make an initial cut with a razor and then slice off the rest of the flat surface. The layer of clicks and cuts on the leather will necessitate completely dismantling the dashboard and removing its surface for renewal. He will clean the initial area with steam and Hillman cleaner. All the dirt will be removed. The copy has a carbon backing and remains intact. The factory will remove all the pedals and vacuum and clean the upholstery behind the car. 4 screws will be removed from the rear tire. The car battery will be taken out from underneath. He will begin removing the side tires from all directions using pressure. He will pull out the roof upholstery and remove the clips. It will come out quite a distance from the car. The edges of the upholstery, despite the impact, will be intact. Here, the metal roof panel remains exposed. Sound dampening pads are distributed across it. There is more than 1 bar spanning the width to support the structure. Also visible is the sunroof assembly with its motor and wiring. The entire roof is made of iron. He will raise the seat of the back bench, and we will consider what lies beneath it afterward. The double base will be pulled out. Here, the sofa is divided into 2 sections. The second base and the back of the single chair will be removed, followed by the chairs themselves. The weight of one chair is 50 kilograms. The side safety curtains will be removed, leaving the view completely empty. The roof above will be exposed, and from the front you can clearly see the major damage from both inside and outside. Of course, the impact from the side left the roof curved. This corner will need to be replaced. The dismantling of all its components will begin. The center console will start to be removed, along with the rear air conditioning vents. He will remove the side cover behind them from under the cup holder, secured by 2 screws. The fractures will come out easily. Here, it is held together by 6 screws, 2 on each side. The plastic duct for air conditioning the rear seats will be removed. He will disconnect the console's wiring for the entertainment system and remove the plastic floor frame. He will dismantle the insulation layer. After that, he will remove the seat belts from their positions, completely detaching them along with their mounting tape. He will remove the entire car upholstery outward. Not all cars utilize foam or a significant amount of insulation on the inside. He will remove the seat covers and the underlying padding. After removing the screws, the remaining parts of the door will be taken out, and thus the car will be completely stripped of everything. The interior is literally down to the bare metal. The organization here is crucial for the parts, otherwise the reassembly will be a nightmare. However, the car has a simple and clear interior design. He will address the 2 nails on the side and the multiple nails underneath. The hoop from the hood will have its leather belt removed, and looking from the front, he will forcefully remove the dashboard. Moving to the front from the hood, he will detach the supporting bar from its place using pliers. He will disconnect the power steering fluid hoses and the steering box. Piece by piece, components were guided out. After that, they will be able to pull the dashboard out of the car. It's true they have extensive experience disassembling many models, but they are working without any instructions, so it's quite remarkable that they managed to remove everything from the interior in a record time of half a day. Almost the entire side corner has sustained damage. From under the dashboard they removed everything, even the door upholstery, because all areas will be subjected to pressure and heat. They will go and purchase an additional storage container to provide extra space, specifically for all the G-Class parts. What is now required is the removal of the damaged leather surface of the dashboard. He will remove a piece that is pressed into place. He will detach the large screen and then consider the air conditioning controls. Next, he will remove the hand grip and the intact airbag. He needs to remove its tire from its location. There is a cover behind it. The side frame will come out, revealing a series of screws along the length of the dashboard. He carefully handles the airbag. The second time, he will be able to completely separate the packaging. The idea behind separating the surface onto which the leather plate will be applied is that it will be significantly lighter for shipping, which will greatly reduce the cost. The entire dashboard can weigh up to 200 kilograms, and its price would also be substantial, around $6,000. Here, they certainly want to preserve it. It's unbelievable. The dashboard is a roll of air bubbles, and this is the first time I've seen this layer in an opaque color. The dashboard will be placed in more than 1 carton and sent for scratch repair. He will return to the area of the ceiling a second time. He will remove the set of screws holding the iron bar. He detaches the sunroof along with its motor. At this point, the steps for dismantling the internal parts are complete. While waiting for the iron components, they will remove the scissors lift and secure the car with fixed jacks on each side underneath the Urbiton area, under the floor. The middle tire of the wheel will be removed. It is a single piece of plastic secured by 5 screws on the back. It requires a special large-size screwdriver. The wheels will be removed, and the rest of the car's chassis will be exposed. Only the front wheel will be removed, and the rims are completely destroyed. The car will be placed on the jacks. After the initial lifting, he will begin to remove the barbell from underneath, then remove it entirely. In good condition, he will attempt to open the flap layer in the front panel. He will remove the screws from the frame of the front grille, beneath which are the screws of the light holder. He will remove the broken lantern and the inner wheel cover. He will detach the plastic borders of the fender cover and then remove the screws from above it as well. The row underneath will allow the destroyed flap to be removed from the car, and he will try to install the new piece. It fits into place and initially holds perfectly, But he will not tighten the screws of this piece yet, because it still needs modification, part by part, a simple process. They always strive to rebuild the car back to its factory condition. Here they will need new front bumper mounts. It is noted that the design of the fender pieces from the inside is similar to the American Jeep versions, and the appearance of the rear suspension is not something new for them. They are using long connection shields, but the helpers are also different. A little while later, the steps for installing the pull and pull shield will begin. He will attach an iron base to the side. The floor will be connected to an iron column using such a part. He will bring the clamp and place it above the crack in the ceiling. He will secure the chassis with chains from every direction. Then, he will pull the chain downwards in a straightforward manner. I observe that this leaning column is definitely not safe. He will remove the black insulation from its place. This is an iron clip in the ceiling that will facilitate pulling and straightening. This part was repeated multiple times consecutively, and the dent started to return to its original position, a simple fix. The roof surface's current appearance is irrelevant, because it will be replaced with a completely new panel. The crucial aspect is adjusting the angle of the roof itself. Now the new parts have arrived, including the front roof panel and the side section of the car's footboard. Also included is the bottom part with the lintel, the most critical part that sustained major damage during shipping, the new roof panel. What was applied appears as if there had been an accident. The iron layer here is considered thin, so it was easily bent, and they quickly determined it would need replacement. It is repairable for them. An error by the shipping company cost them more than $2,000. He will begin by removing the black adhesive that secured the roof panel to the car's body. He will remove the tire covering the adhesive area. The cutter will sever the entire line. It's a very robust installation method from Mercedes, a thin line of iron with putty. A very strong fixation will be achieved using the tension rod, and he will begin adjusting the area multiple times, after which he will tighten the lip of the roof that runs along the length of the car. A ladder taller than a meter will make working on a high car like this much easier for them. What is currently required is to separate the two layers from each other, but detaching this destructive part will require tremendous effort, including the back door that closes well here. However, the gap line from underneath will still be wide and white towards the ceiling, which will disrupt the stabilization. The rear gasket is too thin to remove the part that connects to the external ventilation passage. This is the plastic part visible from the outside, but its benefit is unclear. He will remove the wheel cover from the inside of the fender. After that, he will remove every piece that fastens the rear flaps. He will remove the screws of the entry pedal holder, and a long piece will be removed from its place. He will remove a plastic cover as long as the car's lintel, and he will detach the parts that were fastening the rear door to it, a significant distance due to the impact. He will need to tighten and adjust this area. They sought help from the Golden Boy, American YouTuber Tim, who performed a creative rebuild of a McLaren 720S. He will examine it first, focusing on the bent area from underneath. He will observe the correct shape of the roof, and they will begin to separate the layers using the cutter. It will traverse the width of the roof line, cutting the entire roof panel from its place. The cutter here operates with air pressure and force. All they can do to separate this roof will involve further shortening beyond the existing line. The black adhesive, and this entire process, will certainly take a long time. Eventually, he will push the roof layer from the inside, and the panel will detach from its position easily after all its connections are cut. It's an unusual sight. You begin to see the G-Class's exposed structure. He informed them that they wasted time pulling from that small part. The plan is to create openings along the corner of the roof. He will remove the exhaust passage from the side, and on the other side, he will remove the destroyed lintel pedal. Heschel. The long plastic cover will be removed. The Shaman boxes from the side will then have the front bracket tied with a tension belt at the same pulling angle. The pillar in the middle will be attached to the car's body in this manner. It is certainly very solid, making it very difficult to move except with significant force. The legs will be pulled out and fixed firmly. Then, with a saw, the destroyed corner will be cut from the front and also from the side, shortening it precisely. This is how the damaged section of the roof was removed from the entire front of the car. The most challenging step was cutting the front iron bar. They will put the doors back in place. That impact on the roof cost a terrible amount of time, but that's still all there is to it. Halfway to the complete repair, Haynes would have loved to have it temporarily done up to this point, but they will not be able to continue with this injured beast alone. I was waiting and thinking that the person from the text will knock on this iron bar. From the Arabic text, he will pull the chain to some extent, the column above the hydraulics. I was surprised, and at first glance, this was expected. It will happen that the chassis can be pulled together, and it will not be the best style design for each level, since it does not occupy a fixed or large space after installation. An iron press from above the ceiling and its equivalent from below will secure the belt around the helper in a parallel manner to the rear bumper and with the chain of the second sander. They also discover that the height of the column is longer than the length of the car, so there will be no problem. However, with a shorter height, the cylinder becomes 2 times longer, and this is what happened to them both times, so they will not have enough parts to extend the height other than to build one pole, but it is long, so without wasting time, they will go to a mechanical shop to buy a pulling kit similar to the one they have. They will start to fit all the pieces together, but it will also not be high enough, and the black column will also be weaker than the one they have. Even the problem with these columns is not only their inability to pull the structure, the issue can be very dangerous because the tension is not stable and will be transferred to the work on the other side of the car. Now the area here is addressed in a new way. In front of the HEV, there is a hood cover, and the cover for the gauges will reveal the lighting, with the flap on top being the oil cooler. The remover will drain all the oil from the system. He will attach more than one holder to the floor and tighten the chain. He will begin tightening the front quarter structure. He will bring a special drill to remove the welds of the car and will go beyond the borders of this entire part. He will scratch the weld points from underneath and separate the layers from each other. He will shorten this from above and remove the destroyed piece to the outside of the structure. From below, there is minor damage. From above, he will begin to remove the surrounding disbelief at the ceiling. Minor damage. From above, he will begin to remove the disbelief surrounding the borders of the ceiling with the cutter, and it will fall short. The separator will then sand the seams and score it with a chisel. He will perforate all the rounds with the chisel and separate the two layers. The iron will repeat these steps sequentially along the entire length of the ceiling. He will remove the extra outer piece. It will lift from the start, but the car's side frame will remain undamaged until the new roof arrives. He will dismantle the line holding the front bar frame, approximately 50 welding spots in this area. It will separate all the layers. He will direct heat from inside the hood and remove the layer of insulation paste. Its surface will be completely smoothed. Then, it will be removed. The iron layer will be taken out from its position to the outside. With a swift movement, he will cut the outer layer of the front pillar. They will observe the size. The new frame will then have all the outer layers removed, and from above he will remove the remaining cut pieces. The new frame will be removed from the front and installed perfectly, but the posts still require tightening. A significant number of people will find a solution to this problem, or, for them, it's not a problem. They have no problems, but it is a challenge to adjust the installation position. The Hercules will be positioned high, and the pole's path will be very close to the car's body. Here, they will lift the back of the car from underneath, and it will be secured with all the chains they possess. He will step on it to achieve substantial tensile strength. The chassis iron will be exceptionally strong. Here, it will be pulled slowly many times. A slight dent will be noticed, located in the chassis arm itself. He will loosen the assistant mounting bolt, and the entire suspension will come out. He will expose the iron to high heat, and iron pieces will be used for their work. The welding card is specialized for pulling the arm. It will be tightened multiple times with varying pressure, and ultimately, the arm will return to its original position completely. The design of the G-Class chassis armor is definitely very robust. They then purchased a caliper with 6 pistons, and the brake disc also featured a sporty and perforated design. And here is the true size of the giant brake. At that time, a shipment arrived containing large pieces, including many parts they needed to replace, such as a coolant holder. The oil and all the front suspension parts were bought, but only 3 coolers, leaving them one short. The total cost of these parts was $4,000. Then, he will receive the support bar for the front of the roof, a solid iron piece, about 4 of them, approximately the width of the entire roof, along with a heavy-duty drill. He will drill the remaining part from the front and hammer on it to dislodge it from its jammed position, leaving the second one on the right side. Soon, he will attempt to install the new bar in its place. He bought a door. The straight side is a new component because the old door, if you recall, had a large hole in the metal itself, which would affect the front post, the iron bar. To align its edges with the rest of the structure, he will tap on the angle where the bar meets the side frame, and accordingly he will position the frame of the new front structure. He will still need to extend the bracket further outward. He will pull the bracket, which is the assembly of the iron pieces, from above the bracket, and spread the bracket from its grip from underneath. He will remove the additional piece using shearing, and Hercules, of course. He does not want to pull the bracket more than necessary. He will never dismantle the ceiling entirely from the top and will prepare the entire exterior. He will use the sanding blade to work on the back bar above the bag. He will dismantle the welds in this entire area and cut the outside plastering at the corner. After that, he will position the new complete side frame in its place. He will gather all the tools in the workshop and remove the entire side cover. He will inspect the front bar. He installs the new door here, trying the sizes multiple times, adjusting it, and installing it. The new piece to raise the ceiling. The new one is up, and he will slide it on its edges and lock it on the back of the car. It is an exhausting job, of course. It took them continuous hours, and then the installation of the new parts will be complete. But without any fastening, the screw on the front door is still very important, because here the corner of the roof was completely destroyed. On the other side, locking every new piece with the original. From above, they will need to adjust the flange of the rear metal bar, but this is considered a simple task in relation to the journey they have traveled. Rushing to work on the chassis is not useful. Never. And here it has been exactly 2 months from the moment the car entered the garage. They will remove the roof from its place. The bar will be attached to the iron in front, and the dividing line will be welded on the outside. It will be a straight line to cut the extra parts of the side frame. It will put a bar straight up, and it will launch a missile at the place. It will cut off the excess and remove the metal cover from the side. It will be smooth. The area is sanded from underneath, and when he hits it with heat on the edge of the metal, it will completely burn and break, and when he removes it from its place, it will perforate. Welding places in the new part, and he will remove the paint from around the holes. He will install the door and cut the piece from above. He will cut an additional part of the lintel box in the car. He will scratch the doors from the inside with a brace, and also the borders of the new piece. He will start welding the two together. Then he will mark the surface of the welding line, and this area is almost complete. He will choose to open. The door will go to the other side more than once, and there will be no remaining door insulation on the whole side like this. This area is ready for the new frame. The frame will be fixed from the front, and I will mark the locations of the new welding joints with a drill. He will perforate the boundaries of the entire piece and put a primer on them, as usual, to install them in their final place. He will return the doors to their place. He will come out again quickly, and the anchors will begin new welding joints with a drill. He will perforate the boundaries of the entire piece and put a primer on them, as usual, to install them in their final place. He will return the doors to their place. He will come out again quickly, and the anchors will begin making welding points in the entire place. The matter took him hours for sure, but it is in place. The end was executed excellently. The last big step in this project is the installation of the new roof, which will be prepared with a special drill. To make welding holes on the 4 lines of the roof, more than 100 welding points. For this giant part of the structure, there will be a sealant on the entire border and on the mounting places in the car. They will work on the front frame at the same time and put it in place. Then they will put mounting paste on the edges. They will hold the entire roof with a stapler, and they will protect the area with a suitable welding device to make very strong welding spots. It will begin. Steps to move this monster. He will start repairing the entire suspension, dismantle the armor from under the front, and remove the old scissors from their place. He bought 2 new cups. He will take out the broken inner shaft, and he will feel the new one in place. He will make sure that it is well fixed. Then he will remove the cut internal steering bars, and he will remove the scissors. He will get the shaman and attach it from above. He will fix the flame on the wheel and put the new brake disc on it. Then he will install the caliper on it, and the clamp of the rack, and the clamp of the mounting chains. Then they will lift the car, and with the forklift, they will be pulled outside to install the 4 wheels. Easily here, and for the first time in months, the car stands on its wheels. The second G-Class is intact, but without the exterior paint, and its appearance will be truly frightening. It will still need to yellow all these welding areas and smooth all the surfaces of the new parts, and the areas in which there will be putty put on it before painting, but there are still places that need it. A little welding, while the front frame is completely cleaned, will carry out the same steps as the rest of the car. It is true that the steps are difficult, but they are clear, after which they will finish the materials. The filler or putty will be applied in layers on the pillar in the text, and on all the parts of the car that need putty. After that, the surface will be completely yellowed, and they will also put putty on the borders of the door and on all the frames or openings of the car. The step of sanding this putty will be very fine, but they did it here in a real professional manner, so it will differ. For the door and the gaps, here comes the comfortable step for everyone, which is the step of spraying paint, but there is a lot of preparation. There will be a severe accident before spraying the color, especially with a working car, because you will definitely find small areas that are not in the best shape and have the process of wet sanding or polishing. It takes many days to get rid of any small mark. You must step back and polish all the messed up areas. Any plastic stuck in the body will be removed, and it will go through all the holes. With bags, they finish spraying the first layer, which is the layer of protection and prevention rust, which also makes it easier to hold the color off during the spraying process. After that, at this time the dashboard arrives, so they unwrapped it and it will bring its metal frame, and they won't put the 2 shapes together. They will connect and press and fix each piece in its place. After that, the interior will be cleaned, and they will put the dashboard back in its place. Samir will replace it all. Zawiya will assemble the parts of the car so they can start the engine, and the floor mats will return to their place. Then the gasoline switch and all its units control the center console. Of course, it must be installed. Finally, head start, but nothing will happen. He will get the key, and it will generate electricity. He will try to start it again. There will be a problem with the electrical connections. The start button will be broken. He will check it. Then the computer will start the fault detection, making many attempts, but there is no response, so the solution will be. The most difficult thing is to take a step back. The flasher will check it before he thinks to remove the entire dashboard. In fact, he finds a plug that was in the right place, but not fully connected. He knew this when he pressed it, and heard the sound of the locks click. Before trying to start it again, he will install all the small coolers in their place. He will release oil. The engine that remains and will be restored is new. The G-Class in new models takes about 9 liters of oil. It will try to start again here. There are no smoke boxes, so the sound will be a little strange. The appearance of the black and white smoke will be due to the liquids accumulating in the rooms. The combustion will burn the car to the outside of a garage, and so on, along with the roof. After that, the car will be prepared for spraying paint, and thus the rebuilding of the G-Class will be completed successfully. But in this case, it is a car with a very beautiful design. It is true. And the details of its details from the inside know what Mercedes means. If you reached this minute of the video, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned to us here at Count It because what is coming will be very strong. Peace.